everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to be filming a new series. This is part 1 of my wedding series. Now I actually get married in 6 weeks time, so I thought why not let's start a new series and literally give everyone information on how much my wedding costs, give people decor ideas, talk about the venue, literally talk about all things wedding. So if you're getting married or you just are interested to know costs and everything else that goes along with a wedding, then do subscribe to my channel because, as I say, I'm going to be uploading a weekly series for the wedding stuff. So the first part of the series, which is today's video, I'm going to be telling you every single cost that I've spent. Basically working out the cost of absolutely everything to do with my wedding. So it's going to include venue, food, entertainment, you name it. Everything I've spent on the wedding, I'm going to be telling you guys and explaining the cost for everything. I've got my sheet of paper here with all my costs written down, so I'm going to go through them all and give you a little explanation on each. And obviously this is just for my wedding in particular. I'm going to explain exactly what I'm having for everything. Wedding costs do vary. Some people you can get away with spending probably £10,000, some people will spend 20, some people a lot more. It literally varies from like 5 grand to however many millions you want to spend, if you want to spend that much, which let's be honest, no one does. But I'll tell you the total cost of my wedding at the end. With a wedding, there are a few hidden costs and things that people don't really think about, so I'm also going to be explaining all those as well, just so you get a really good idea as to how much weddings cost. So as I'm 6 weeks out, I've paid a lot of deposits for everything, and also some things I've paid in full, but equally some of the things I've got to pay off nearer the time, like a month before, so in a couple of weeks' time, basically. The first cost I've got written down on this sheet of paper is for my dress. Now my dress was £2,650. Again, dresses can vary. You can go and pick up a nice one, probably second hand for a few hundred if you wanted. My dress is brand new, it's not second hand, and I went to like a bridal shop and picked that one. Typically I did try on about 30 dresses and none of them I liked, and this was the one that I liked but wasn't in my price range, so I didn't let myself look at this one. But then when I'd failed to find any, I thought, do you know what, let's try that one on. Obviously I fell for the one that was the most expensive out of the lot that I wanted, but in the scheme of things I don't think 2,650, obviously it's a lot of money, but you can spend a lot more on a dress, so it just depends on your budget for the dress really. So yeah, 2,650 for the dress. And then the alterations for the dress is coming up as 650. So that's basically, I have actually got to have 4 alterations for meetings, as it were. I've had 2 already, and then I've got to have 2 more. One is end of June, no, one's end of July, and one's literally just before the wedding, so that you know your dress fits perfectly on the day. The next cost is for bridesmaids' dresses. I'm actually only going to have one maid of honour. I'm not having any bridesmaids, and her dress was £150. Wedding shoes, £100. Again, that's not loads for wedding shoes. That's just what I wanted to spend. And to be honest, I tried about 98 pairs of shoes and none of them were comfortable. I literally can't wear heels, even though I need to be able to, because I'm, as I say, very short. I just don't find them comfortable. So I bought some really nice, high, lovely pairs, and I just thought, I'm literally going to last 2 minutes in these. So I scrapped them and got some chunky platform wedgie things. Not wedges, they're platforms, silver platforms. And they were £100. Now for hair and makeup, for the bride, for my hair is £75 and for the maid of honour is £50. And then my makeup, I'm actually having done by a friend. I've paid her £100 for me and my maid of honour, and that's included the trials and everything like that. So yeah, that's the cost for those. Jewellery, I got most of my things from Lily and Rue actually. I really like that website. I got a pearl bracelet, a pearl necklace, and pearl earrings, like little hoop pearl earrings things. And they came to 175, which isn't bad for all of that, I wouldn't have said. Anyway, now on to the bigger costs. The venue. Okay, so my venue is a lovely country barn. It's a rustic themed wedding. And the venue hire costs, my venue is literally just a venue. They don't include food or anything. I've got independent companies to do everything else. It's literally venue hire. And that costs £5,400. And then in regards to the catering, that costs, for the catering, basically I've got 80 guests for the whole thing. I'm not having evening guests, I'm just having the same number of people throughout the whole day. And the caterers are going to be doing canapes on the lawn. Basically, it's got a lovely like house and lawns at my venue as well as the inside barn. So it's going to be a nice day. It definitely is. It's actually in August, my wedding. So it's got to be a nice day by then. And basically, they're going to be doing canapes on the lawn, and then it's a sit-down main course and dessert. So for those things, canapes, mains and desserts for 80 people, that's £7,106. That includes obviously the service, basically everything, they do it all, and the food. And yeah, that's for that. But also I have actually had a tasting for this food and it was absolutely amazing. So I'm so happy with the food that are coming to the wedding. And also I do actually know them independently anyway. They were basically I've known them for years, this couple that do the catering, so it's really nice. The next cost is for a photographer. And sorry, I'm just looking at all these costs and I've got it written down, like everything I've paid and then everything to pay. So I'm just trying to add them together so that I know the exact sums of what it will cost me eventually. But like I say, I have just paid deposits for some things, and then the next number on here is what I've got to pay. But yeah, so the photographer all in was £1,025, and she's coming to get photos when we're getting ready, and she's there all the way to the evening till like after the first dance. She's going to get a few like actual main dancey photos, and then she goes sort of after that. So I think it's about 10 hours she'll be there. And that's the same with the videographers as well. They're coming before the ceremony to where we're getting ready, and then they're staying all day till the evening when we're dancing basically. And my videographers cost £2,500. Obviously that's quite a jump, but that does include 2 videographers, and it was just something my partner really wanted. It was a really good videographer, so he scanned loads and loads and found a really good one, and that was £2,500. Also, one other thing that I had to buy was my veil, and that was only £200, so that wasn't expensive at all. So that will obviously go with my dress. And then in regards to food, we're having a pizza van in the evening as well. So obviously we've got the sit-down meal at like 4:30, something like that, and the pizza van is coming in the evening when everyone's pissed basically and needs some pizza to scramble at night time. So they're coming quite late, just after when we're dancing and things. And then we've got a bar company coming, obviously, and one thing my partner really wanted was to pay for everyone's drinks. He didn't want people to have to pay for anything whilst he's there. So every drink is included, you know, cocktails, wine, spirits, you name it, whatever you can drink, this company's bringing basically. So that's for, like I say, 80 guests. Everything is for 80 guests for my wedding. And that is a total of £5,100 for that. Now the decor costs, like I say, it's a rustic themed wedding, and venue include lights, tables and chairs for the sit down meal and the ceremony, and a disco ball, things like that. And they also provide a bar, although we're not using that bar, and a few other bits and bobs like a cake stand. All that's included in the venue cost. However, all the obviously the other decor stuff obviously I'm making or buying, and I've worked out that for everything decor wise, so that's like the table plans, the welcome sign, wedding favours, wedding gifts like card box. What else have I had to buy? A few other like decor bits like bunting, lights, easels, things like that. I've worked out that that's cost me around £1,000 for literally everything, and for like the table names, table numbers, everything decor wise is included, apart from obviously the flowers. That's a separate cost. So decor wise for all the little bits has come up with £1,000, and then the flowers, that is £1,700. And I'm having an arch, I'm having obviously my bouquet, one maid of honour's bouquet, I'm having a few of Lewis's best men. I think there's about 10 little, what do you call them, 10 blokes are wearing little flowers basically in their pocket squares or zipped to their suit, whatever they do. So that's included in the price for that. And then also on the tables, there's 80 guests, so there's 8 tables of 10 people, and there is big, for the flower display I'm having like almost like a ball high up on the each table. I'll add some like photos of what it's going to look like, and all my flowers are going to be white, so it's a white themed wedding and a rustic obviously everything else is rustic, just white themed flowers, and I'm having like the arch. Oh, and basically on each table is going to be a high up ball of flowers, basically is the easiest way to put it, on like a plinth. And then they're going to get moved down the ceremony outside to start with, and then they're going to be all brought back in for on the tables when everyone sits down for their meal. So I'm sort of recycling, I'm taking them out in the ceremony and I'm bringing them back in. So that worked really cost effectively, because it meant I can have really nice flowers for the ceremony and the table plan, and they're the same ones for both. Entertainment wise, we're having a violinist to play before the ceremony whilst everyone's taking their seats, and then they're also going to be playing on the lawn as well when everyone's having canapes and drinks on the lawn. So the total cost of the violinist for 2 sets of 50 minutes is £681. And then otherwise there's also a DJ that's going to play throughout the whole day. He's going to be there from the start to the finish basically, so he's also going to have speakers to play wherever all the guests are, and he will play the ceremony music, and once the violinist goes, literally take over for the rest of the music for the rest of the day and all into the evening. And the total cost for the DJ was and that also includes like a really big dance floor. It's a white LED dance floor, starlit dance floor, and that's a load of uplighting as well that's included in this cost, and that is £1,750 for the DJ. So one other cost that I've got to pay is for my cake, and that's £210. I'm having a 3-tier wedding cake. One tier is going to be lemon, one's chocolate, and one's white chocolate and raspberry, so I'm buzzing for that. The desserts are amazing that caterers are bringing, but I'm sure I'll still have room for cake anyway, so I can't wait to eat my cake. And my florist is also doing all the flowers to put on the cake, and the florist is also making my horse a big garland to go around his neck, because my horse is walking me to the aisle and then my granddad's walking me down the aisle. So my horse is even coming on the day, and obviously that's free bit of entertainment for everyone because he's my horsey. And I think it's just really cute because obviously I love him so much, and I just thought it was really nice and personal to have him there on my big day. So he's going to walk me to the aisle, and then he's going to stand at the ceremony, hopefully he won't shit or anything like that. He's going to wait and watch us get married, and then he's going to be in a load of photos and things as well. My horse is like a dog, like he's so chill and sweet, so I'm sure he'll love it. And if he doesn't, then he'll just go back to the box for the ceremony and then get pulled back around for some photos and things. So yeah, it's really cool to have him there. And then the last but not least, actually, the final cost is for the rings. Obviously, I've got my nice engagement ring. So the ring I've chosen is, it's like a little band that's got diamonds all the way around, basically. And then obviously Lewis has got like a band ring. He just wanted quite a plain one. And the total cost for both of our rings was £3,020. So that actually is every single cost that I've had to pay. And cutting a long story short now, the total cost of my whole wedding, actually, I haven't included the honeymoon costs. Should I add those? Basically, we're doing 2 honeymoons. One straight after the wedding and one in December, because we love a December holiday. So basically, the one after the wedding is for 7 nights, and it's a place called Icostasia, which we're buzzing for. That's like an all-inclusive resort. And then we're going to Shangri-La, Mauritius in December. So we can't wait for those. So the Icos one was £4,588, and then Mauritius was £6,550. So the total cost of the whole wedding, including the honeymoons, obviously you don't have to have 2 honeymoons, that's just what we chose to do. The honeymoons, the total cost of the whole thing was £4,000, that would be good. £45,174.25. So taking off the 2 honeymoons off that, the total cost to our actual wedding day is 34,000 basically. So yeah, I hope that's given you a good insight as to how much everything on a wedding costs. They are obviously these can all vary depending on what you want. Everything can vary, but this is just what mine costs. And to have a free bar and things, I feel like we've got absolutely everything we need for £35,000. So I hope you've enjoyed part 1 of my wedding series. So now you've got an insight to all the costs, but do subscribe, like I say, because I'm going to be posting all my DIY decor stuff. I'm going to literally film everything I'm doing and just show you what I'm making and what I'm designing and what I'm bringing on my wedding day. And then there'll also be hen do vlogs and basically what I pack for my hen do. so many different videos I'm going to be making about my wedding. So do subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.